Hey guys, how are you? Let me see if I could do it like this. Put my microphone in. Can you hear me? Trying something new. I'm gonna go live from my living room from Starbucks. Hello out there, how are you? Welcome, Mark Lawrence. Hello, how are you, man? Good to see you, Mark. I'm just enjoying the day. There's a little rainstorm right now that's passing, so I'm inside. Hey, Rash, what's going on? Hey, Rash, hello, how are you, man? Good to see you, brother. Missed you, man. How you making out with trying to get 15? Kanash, hey, Kanash, how are you, man? Good to see you. Well, I just decided to do a little impromptu, spur of the moment video. Try to do something different, and it's cold in Starbucks. What do you do, bro? Electrical engineering, capacity management for a technology company. Moran, what's going on, Moran? Good to see you. SW, hey Sam, hey Rash, still banking my coins. Well, that's it. I mean, look, part of life to get where you want to be is to save, to work. I've worked for 20 plus years. I started off as an electrician, worked during the day, went to school at 5 nights. Then I studied for my electrical contracting license for 3 years. Did electrical contracting, started a nonprofit. Then I fell on hard times. Then I went back to delivering pizzas, painting houses. And then I applied for like a junior engineer position for a technology company, and then I worked my way up to lead electrical, and then worked as that position for 10 years, and then I got into a management role that I'm currently in. So it takes time, and it doesn't happen overnight. A lot of people want it to happen overnight, and a lot of people, you just got to start now. Whether you're in school or whether you're in good times or bad times, I never stopped working. So that's why I really don't care when people give me crap, because at the end of the day, I never stopped working. Hard times, good times, I just kept going, and I never stopped. I never looked back. Uh, yeah, I borrowed money sometimes, and it cost me. All I can tell you though is I just always kept working, and there's no way around that. And the longer you put that off, the longer you hurt yourself. I've seen a lot of people try to get around that, and I know people right now trying to get around that, and they putting up a big show, going through a lot of mental anguish, and trying to scam the system, and they're just scamming themselves because they can't get it. They can't get what they want, and even if they get what they want, it's not going to help them to survive. You need a certain amount of income to survive. There's just to live a good quality life, in my opinion. That's why I work. That's why I work. That's why I'm consistent. That's why I show up, because I know it. Look, I wish I didn't have to. I wish I was just able to just make money without working. Everyone does, but it's not the case. Ron, I'm a plumber. Appreciate. Yeah, any trade is good. Electrical, plumbing, carpentry. I know a friend that's a steel worker. They take a toll on your body. I will say, as you get older, you have to start to transition into using your mind more than your body, because construction is somewhat of a young man's game. And what I can tell you is there was a point in my career when I fell upon hard times, and then I got back into like a junior maintenance program to be an engineer at a technology company. I remember the manager took a liking to my work ethic. He took a liking to who I was, and he saw that I was consistent and that I cared. And he said, Sam, look, I want to promote you. I want to give you more authority. He goes, but you have to stop just thinking like an electrician. He goes, you're just thinking like an electrician. And if you just always think like an electrician, that's all you're going to be. You have to also think like a plumber. You have to think like a manager. You have to think like a CEO. You have to think beyond just what you do, because you get out of your own little world and you see the big picture. You can never be a manager. You can never be an effective manager if you only see the small picture. You have to see the big picture. And the big picture means that you are able to put yourself in other people's shoes. You're able to put yourself in the company's shoes and see what they're trying to do. And then you're able to push the ball forward. And however that means, it doesn't mean you just do your part and you go home. It means that you see the overall objective and that you realize it needs to get done for the betterment of the company. And when the company does better, you do better. And part of that is working with people. And I get frustrated. We all get frustrated. But you have to think beyond of just what you're doing, and you have to think of what your company's doing and what they're trying to and just avoid putting up roadblocks, avoid drama, and show up consistently. It's just basic principles. It's really not like rocket science. No matter what you do, even if you do rocket science, the core is always show up every day as best you can. And try to overall work with people, and try not to be a problem child. That's pretty much it. Hey Karen, hey, how are you, Karen? Good to see you, Karen. I'm coming live from Starbucks. It's cold in here. That's why I'm wearing my scarf and hat. I learned it as a trick because what would happen is, you're outside in the hot weather, and right now it's raining. You're outside in the hot weather, and then you come into Starbucks and they got air conditioning on, and you're all sweaty and you're all lubed up, and then that cold air conditioning hits you, and then before you know it, that's how you catch a cold. So even if you're in Florida, if you go into the Starbucks, bring your sweatshirt and bring your hat, because they're going to have the air conditioning on cold, and you're going to come out of 90-degree weather, humid weather, and you're going to catch a cold like that. Hey Kanash, what qualities do you think are important as an employee? I think the number one quality is getting along with others. You're not going to agree with everybody. Sometimes you're going to need to vent. Just don't cause drama. It's just like life. I think what's the key to life is avoid drama, avoid drama, avoid drama, avoid drama. Show up, show up, show up. That's it. I think if you show up consistently, you avoid drama, and overall you do what you need to do, you're gonna exceed. You're gonna excel. It's basic, but a lot of people want it to be complex. A lot of people want to know the 5 secrets to success. There's not 5 secrets to success. No, it's wake up every day, try to stay positive, try to avoid drama, and that's it. Pretty much. Haran, typo. No, I got you, Haran. Janice, good to see you, Janice. That was my work ethic, Janice. Good to see you. I'm glad you're still hanging in there. Thank you, Robert. It is cold in Starbucks? Question marks. Yeah, it is. I just was saying that. Again, it's 90 degrees outside. The rain just stopped. It was afternoon rain shower. It's humid, hot, like I like it. I'm by the ocean though, so you got a nice breeze. But the Starbucks outside windows are all like fogged up because it's so hot outside, but it's so cold in here. And so what I learned is I always carry my sweatshirt and my hat in Starbucks because it gets cold in here. And I like to be comfortable. But I did throw out one of my big winter jackets today. I was at the laundromat, and I had like my last big winter jacket in the back of my Jeep, and I just threw it out, and it felt liberating. It felt very good. Haran, lubed up. Yeah, I knew that was gonna catch a couple laughs, but that's all right. It's good to laugh. It's good to laugh. Makes sense. Also, after getting sun all day, coming into air conditioning, yep, can be even cooler. Definitely. No, you feel it because your skin is like it's pulsating, and then all of a sudden, you're getting like to a ice box, and that's how it gets cold. So it's no doubt about it. I've learned that trick. Forgive me if I said the name wrong, Kasana. Excuse me. Do you do any sort of planning, daily, weekly, monthly? Do you begin your day making a schedule? Well, yeah, every day I have a structured schedule. Wake up by 5. Go to the gym, take a shower, do a light workout. If it's Monday through Friday, then I begin work at 7. So time I go to the gym, time I eat breakfast, it's 7. So I work pretty much from 7 to 4. Then after that, then I go to a recreational spot, then for a couple hours, walk, go to the beach. I try to do a video once a day, make that part of my daily routine. I eat dinner. Then by 10 o'clock, I'm sleeping, and then I repeat. And then when it's days off, like a Saturday, like today, still wake up at 5 because I found waking up early is a key to success. There's no secret. It's a key to success to wake up early on a consistent basis, even when you don't have to. And so woke up this morning, same thing. I went to the gym, ate breakfast. Time all that was done, it was 7. Then I drove for an hour because I wanted to drive a little bit further south. Then I went to a laundromat. I had to do laundry for an hour. I still have to do, cleaning up and laundry, so I did laundry. And then I did some exploring, some different area I wanted to look at. I did look at some property just to look. And then I went for about a 2-hour walk. I just got done with the walk. I had a Starbucks. I was watching a little YouTube on my laptop, and now I'm doing a live. And I'll be asleep by 10. But right now I was just doing some planning for tomorrow. I was just looking on my laptop at different state parks. There's one state park that I'm looking at that's local that I think I want to make reservations for maybe a week. I think it's like $26, $28 a night. So I think I may reserve that for a week or so. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. But that's all I was just doing now, research online for the upcoming week. So I have, because if you're going to reserve a state park, you usually have to do it a day in advance. Check-in will be at 3 o'clock tomorrow. So you have to like reserve it today online. Then I'll go to the state park tomorrow, check in, hook my campsite up. And then that's it, scout out. I pretty much know the area, but then I'll scout out a Starbucks and a Planet Fitness for Monday so that I have my routine set for Monday through Friday. And then just hit repeat, it's just structure it, be consistent and just hit repeat, you know what I mean? And then, and then you add a little variety. You explore a little bit, you go a little bit beyond outside the radius, and then that's how you keep the adventurous lifestyle, fluctuating. Robert, Sam, is it true that not all Planet Fitnesses are 24/7? Yes, that's definitely true. Good question. There was one I went to today that was only 24/5. It was only 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. The other 2 days, it was only open, I think, till like 8 o'clock at night or something like that. So yes, not all of them are 24/7. I would say in my experience, I would say 80 to 90% are 24/7, but I would say 10 to 15% are not. But if all you gotta do is look on your phone. All you gotta do is Google it on your phone. It'll show you. You can call if you wanted to check. You just go from there. AJ, that's my Planet Fitness brother. AJ, good to see you, man. Love and respect to Arizona, to you, your family. Continue to live simple. Don't let your insecurities get to you. Don't work out like a madman. Just be healthy and just take care of you. And, guys, don't let negative thoughts get to you. Don't let self-doubt get to you. A lack of self-confidence is going to keep you from being your best self. A lack of self-confidence is going to keep you from being your best self. You're not perfect. It's hard to balance confidence with humility because none of us are above failure. Any of us can be broken, and sometimes we're all a little bit wrong. But you can't be timid. You can't be timid. In life, you just got to go after it. You know what I mean? You treat people right, and you can't worry about the people that misread you. Because the people that misread you, they're never going to get you. And no matter what you do, how nice you talk, what you do, they just don't get you. And, you wish them the best, but you can't spend your life dulling your sparkle to make somebody else comfortable. You can't spend your life dulling your sparkle to make somebody else comfortable. Because the people you're trying to make comfortable, they don't want to grow. And they want other people to dumb down to their level so that they don't have to have a demand put on them. I put a demand on myself to push forward, and that makes some people uncomfortable. And I understand that, but believe me, people who know me in real life, there's no way I got to where I'm at. And I'm not perfect, I'm not above anybody, but you don't make progress in your life, doesn't matter who you are, if you don't put a demand on yourself to push forward. And, I'm at peace. Look, I'm at peace, I'm thankful, and that's my story, that's my testimony. Robert, instead of buying a lot on the beach, do they offer renting for you so you don't have to get financially tangled in? It's a great question, Robert, because it is a valid point. I had a little bit of like butterflies just looking at the property. They do rentals, but the rental is pretty much the same amount you're going to pay in whether you get a loan, same amount you're going to pay you're getting a loan and a mortgage. It's pretty much like $900 a month to rent. Some are $800. If you got a mortgage on that property, it'd pretty much be the same thing, between $800 and $900. So by renting, you're doing two things by renting. You don't have to worry about a down payment, and you don't have to worry about a long-term commitment, but you're still paying the same monthly output. The cheapest property I saw on the RV lots by the ocean that I looked at was $100,000, and it was actually one RV that was on it, and they were selling. It was an older RV. It was an older like trailer that was on the lot. The lot itself was probably worth about 80, and then the RV, they said it was worth 20, but the RV is old. It's probably worth about 5. And it's true. I mean, you lose your flexibility. As a nomad, your greatest asset is your flexibility. But also, eventually, as a nomad, when you travel everywhere you want to travel, you kind of key in on where you want to live or where you want to spend most of your time, which I've done. I mean, I've traveled up and down the entire East Coast of America. I don't want to go west. I don't want to go anywhere else. I love Florida. You guys know that who watch this channel. So I've kind of keyed in on the area that I want to spend most of my time. So it's kind of like in my mind, I say, Sam, eventually you're going to bite the bullet. I mean, I don't have to because I know how to keep it moving. I know how to, I'm spending money, whether it's in gas. I got 100,000 miles on my car that's 2 years old, so I've done the travel. And sometimes I pay campground fees, etc. So, but it's still less, and it's less of a commitment, and I still keep my flexibility by not committing to a piece of land. And if God forbid my job situation would change, and God forbid I did have to relocate, because nothing's guaranteed, then I would still have my flexibility, and that's an asset. Look, I would never want to leave Florida again, but if I had to, I have flexibility, and I'm not going to become destitute. But I would still want to be in Florida, so I would still find a way. I would just do something else. But I don't know. I mean, those are the thoughts that run through my mind. But I don't really see myself as a renter. I would rather just do campgrounds, truck stops, things like that, and keep it moving. If I'm not going to buy, I don't really want to rent. This is how I feel. But of course, I leave my mind open. Good question. It made me think. BBT, what's up, brother? Forgive me if I got to be a little bit mellow because I'm in Starbucks. BBT, what's up, brother? I hope your health is well, brother. When I pinched the nerve in my chest, changed my outlook on life, made me put a demand on myself to get my health together, and to shed that 200 pounds, and to start a plant-based diet, and to start looking at the food labels and look at what I was eating and stop eating out. So BBT, what I can tell you is take care of yourself. Your health, your health is it's a top priority. And when you lose your health, you realize you have a lack of quality of life. I mean, I made a video about that today. Quality of life. I mean, above all else, your health determines your quality. Your health determines your quality of life. And doesn't matter what state you live, what you do for a living, your health is the number one factor in your quality of life. And there's some parts of that that are outside of our control. But the only part that is within our control is, what we eat, how much, and some people, they can't control that. Like I know my mother, she struggled she has diabetes. She's always struggled with weight her whole life. I had an aunt that died from obesity. So, I understand the struggle, but I have to put a demand on myself. I'm not perfect. There's people in better shape than me, and this and that. But for me, I've lost 200 pounds. I mean, maintained it off for the most part for 3 years. So. I have some leg to speak on, and what I can tell you is it's worth it to sacrifice and to invest in your health and to eat right, because that's what gives me the ability to go out for 2-hour walks and to have the physical stamina to be able to do the things that I do. That has nothing to do with how much money you make. It has nothing to do with what state you live in. It has everything to do with, not eating out and, taking care of yourself. Like, even I'm in Starbucks, I got a cold water. And I got a black coffee with soy milk and no sugar. I'm not eating like a frosty thing with all sugar and stuff in it. You know what I'm saying? Jesus, are you okay? Yeah, I am. I'm just speaking low because I'm in a Starbucks. BVT, peace all. GM 1989. Sammy, what's up, bro? GM, what's going on? Haran, preach. Thank you, Haran. Juan. Hello, Sam. And a smiley face. I'm headed towards Wisconsin. Really? And watching your videos, very positive thinking, prayer emoji. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you also. I appreciate that, Juan. Safe travels to you. And that's the beautiful part about the open road. When you travel, it expands your mind. It gives you time to reflect on life and to think about what you want to do with your life and the different things that matter to you. And that's important. It's important to spend time in reflection and to really seek what you're passionate about, to define your life and to define your future. And some of that comes with solitude, with quiet time. And when you're driving and when you're just cruising the open road, that you get revelation. You get a perspective, you get insight, you get inspired, and you have to take that energy. You have to take those thoughts and you have to put them into action, because faith without works is dead. You know what I mean? You gotta put the pedal to the metal, and you gotta be determined. And so I want the best for that. Good job, Juan. Buck, what's up, Buck? Hey, Sam. I hope Florida is treating you well. It is. It's treating me great. I'm very thankful. I saw a lightning strike about 100 feet away today, where the dark clouds were so far away, and it was clear there and inside of a suburb. That's Florida for you. That is. And I like the afternoon thunderstorms in the summer. It provides balance. It breaks the day up a little bit. 90% of the day was all sunshine and heat, and for the past hour and a half it's been thunderstorming. I love that. And probably within the next hour it'll stop and it'll be beautiful again. and I enjoy it. But that's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. It's for me though. I love it. Buck Porter's so loud. Yep. BBT. I was telling my older brother about you just a few minutes ago. He was stationed U.S. Navy Key West, okay, back in the 70s. Told him what a blessing you are to me and others. Thank you. I appreciate you, Sam. BBT, I appreciate you too. Love and respect to you and your family. And I appreciate all your positivity, man. You've been here since the beginning. And, you've hung in there. And I appreciate you. And I'm thankful. Poker Pro, what's up, Sam? Sam, any advice on finding a side hustle that could lead to financial gains if you work full time as a carpenter and I am looking to find a lucrative, passionate project? Well, what did I do? Uh, I, I did side work. I have my own contracting business. I worked a night job as a maintenance guy, and I delivered pizzas. And then I also like painted houses. I just did whatever I could find at one season of my life. There's different seasons of your life. Uh, all I can tell you is you have to try to work around what you can serve, what skill set you have to capitalize off, and then you just got to get going. Um, and like I said, I mean, I've done anything from working at. I started my career. I started as in a music store in the mall. I worked as soon as I could legally work. I wanted to work because I wanted to get money. I mean, there's no other way. So I worked at a CD store in a mall in Menlo Park Mall in New Jersey, and then from there, I got into a apprenticeship program right out of high school. Worked 5 years that. I got laid off with the union. That got slow, and then I studied for my own electrical contractor business. Then I worked night shift as, like I said, a junior engineer, and then I just delivered pizzas. I did side work. Um, you can do anything. I mean, like I say, just look at your skill set and what you can offer, and just get busy. If you're a go-getter, I think that's the key. If you're a go-getter, and and you have to live simply. I mean, because there was a season of my life where I lived above and I lived at my means, and that's the rat race. That's where even if you make more money, you're not going to spend it fast, just as fast as you make it. So you got to balance that out. But even when you cut your expenses down to basically as low as you can, you still need income, you still need health insurance, you still need car insurance. So I would just say get busy, cut your expenses, and keep going. Get busy, cut your expenses, and keep going. Good question, though. Zelda, hey Sam. Hey Zelda, good to see you. Buck, 100. Health is our connection to this world. Yeah, I mean, and this world's fading. There's no doubt about it. The older you get, the more your body deteriorates. I mean, I feel it. At 38, I'm in relatively good shape. I can do less now than I did 10 years ago, even though I was, overweight 10 years ago. At 29, at 28, I could do way more than I do. Well, I don't want to say way more, but I could do more. I could feel my body getting older. The average life expectancy is 78 years old. So some people may live to 86, some people may live to 96. But let me tell you something, many people living past a certain age. So, don't fool yourself in thinking that, you have all this time in the world and that your body doesn't deteriorate. Because even if you take great care of yourself, your body breaks down. It's just science. Even if you take great care of your car, it breaks down. It's just the way life is in this world. So that's why you can't hold on too tight to anything in this world. You have to seize the moment. You have to go after things. You have to be responsible, but you have to go after them. Because, this life is fading, period. And anybody who tells you different is deceiving you. And you can't sit on your hands. You got to go out there and get what you want. BBT. I am on the mend, Sam. Good. I'm glad to hear that, brother. Thanks for the prayers. I have been praying for you. I believe in the power of prayer and the positive message, my friend. Yes, look, I'm not like super religious. There was a season in my life where I got very into the church. But what I could tell you is I believe in the power of prayer. I'm thankful when people say, "Look, Sam, I'm praying for you." And I pray for other people. I think of them. And I believe in that. Susan. Hey Sam and company, hope all's well. Yes, very good, very good. Thank you, Susan. Sorry I can't be too loud. I want to be respectful to my environment. The SI Project Philly in the house. What's up, Philly? Good to see you, man. Good time of year for Philly. And like I always tell people, man, if you've never been to Philly, it's a great city. There's a lot of culture there, a lot of history, great artistic paintings on the side of buildings. Go to Philly, walk around, entire downtown area. It's a beautiful city. BBT, hey Susan. SI Project. Oh, I said that. I'm sorry. Sean, hey Sam, what's up, brother? Do you think that you'll consider something like a Class B? Good question. When the Renegade gives gives up the Ghost, hopefully not for a while. Thank you, brother. Or are you possibly going to look at some smaller options? Good question. Fun question. Thank you, Sean. Good to see you, brother. I don't. I don't think I would get a Class B. If I would spend $100,000 or 60,000, I'd probably just buy a piece of land and get another car. But I mean, I leave my mind open to change it. Right now, God forbid, if the Jeep went, I'd probably get a Toyota Prius because the amount of traveling, the amount of moving I do, I like the efficiency, gas mileage of a Prius, and I like the fact that I can run the AC at night if I really wanted to. Um, that's what I would get. Right now, if the Jeep went, I would get a Toyota Prius. I'd actually almost downsize. But I don't know the square footage of a Prius versus a Jeep. I think the Jeep may be smaller, Jeep Renegade. But I don't think I'd get a Class B. I mean, again, I could change my mind, but in my thought process right now, it'd be a Toyota Prius. BVT says, hey, yes, BVT, South Carolina in the building. Susan, BVT, hope all's well. Yes, keep BVT in prayer. Anything we can help with? Yolanda, hey, Sam. Hey, everybody. Good to see you, Yolanda. BVT, I'm doing good. Keep a thought in your heart for me. That's good. God like that. Little lamp, little pamp. I'm sorry. Hello, little pamp. What's up? How are you? How are you? BVT, hey, Yolanda Cheesin. BVT, little pamp. Hello. Linda, blessings for fun and safe travels. Always, Sam. I appreciate that. And then like the smiley laugh face. I appreciate that. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, look, I was just reading through my comments on my laptop, and there was some like they were in a spam folder. Some people just like telling me go f myself. I'm telling you, if you ever do a YouTube channel, if you ever do anything in life, doesn't have to be a YouTube channel, you're going to get 90% positive and 10% negative. But sometimes you're going to look at this world and you're going to think everyone's negative, but it's really just 10%. The 10% negative speak the loudest and the most hurtful. But you got to remember that 90% of people are usually, if not positive, just neutral. It's the 10% that are really bad. Just, it is what it is, man. You just got to push forward. You can't let negative people make you be a recluse. You can't let negative people stop you from your dreams. If you let negative people chip away at your self-confidence, they won. They won. Sometimes like people understand, like they give me negative comment. All that makes me do is upload another video. like, like I didn't get to where I'm at in life, like by being scared of like negative people. I just go forward, right over them. I don't know, but that's my thoughts. Joshua, hey dude, do you think it would be easy to live out of a BMW X5 2012 diesel engine? Oh, definitely. I mean, I think it would if you want to. If you don't want to, you would bitch and moan the whole way. I think anything you want to do, you'll find a way. It'll never be easy. It wasn't easy for me, people who watch this channel, watch the different things. But if you want to do it, you'll figure out a way and it'll get better over time. I think anything other than pretty much a smart car you'd be good with. Definitely an SUV, no problem. But you'd have to want it. You'd have to realize in the beginning it'd be a little bit harder just because you're doing a new thing. But you'd figure it out if you want it, and then you'd refine it, and then you get bored with it, and then you have to stay with it, and then you refine it, and then you just keep going forward. But that's my thoughts on it. But I think you could definitely do it. Definitely X5. You definitely, no doubt. Yolanda, BBT, hey, handwave emoji. BBT, hey Sam. I started pumping gas on the weekends at 15 years old. There you go. 1975 at $2.10 an hour, I think. And at 21, I saved 10K. Wow. I spent crazy when I was young. You're better than me for that. Back when top pay was $5 an hour. It's not against the law to work hard. No. And look, if you work hard, if you're positive, if you avoid drama, people will give you opportunity because there's not too many people doing that. There's not too many. I can't tell you like how many stores I go in the morning, like, and people say, oh, somebody didn't show up today, and forgive me for running late, but like the work demand is too much, because I guarantee you, most people don't show up. If you could just show up consistently, right there, you're ahead of 50% of the workforce. Then if you can show up consistently and add some positive flavor and, go a little bit beyond what you're asked to go and, be a little bit positive, then you're right into that 10% of society, where, there's a scripture, I think, that says, do you see any reliable workers? I tell you the truth, they'll work for kings rather than the common people. I mean, so if you could show up and if you could overall, stay positive and avoid drama, look, Most people will never be like a millionaire, but I think you'll make a good living for yourself. And if you live below your means, I think you make a good living for yourself. And I think you live a good quality life because in life, especially in a developed society like America, if you live below your, well, unless you have kids, I mean, if you're going to have kids are your most biggest expense. If you start to have two, three kids, it's tough. I see people with three, four kids, and I wonder, like, even if they made great money, that's your biggest expense. That's what I would say. The biggest driver of poverty is the amount of children you have because they cost so much. When I had a dog, it cost like $400 a month just to maintain my dog. You know what I mean? So that you got to be mindful of that. BBT, not bright. No, yeah, you got to share your testimony. It is what it is. You're a positive person. It's out there if you seek it. No, whatever you want in life, you got to seek it. Your faith, your dollar, your money, your worth, your environment, everything you have to seek. Nothing's going to be handed to you. You are going to need breaks. You're going to need grace. You're going to need forgiveness. But you have to be persistent, and you have to be someone who goes out there and puts a demand on what you want. Yolanda, that's a wave, BBT, not a stop sign. BBT, I like the wave, Yolanda. You're an inspiration to me. Amen. Kasana, if you have a toxic friend, get rid of them. How do you let them go? Change your number, never give it to them, never give it to anybody around them, and you're going to want to throw up for about 3 years because you're going to feel sick to your stomach because you don't want them out of your life, but make no contact. Change your number, make no contact, and never look back. It's the painful truth, but everything else is going to be a merry-go-round, and you're never going to go forward with your life. The biggest thing that holds people back is one thing: toxic relationships. Family members or lovers. The biggest thing that will hold you back in life is toxic relationships. Family members, lovers, or friends. That's the number one thing. Number one thing. It doesn't matter who's the president. It doesn't matter what state you live in. It doesn't matter what any other thing. The biggest thing in life that will hold you back are toxic relationships. Family members, lovers, and friends. Never forget it. It'll destroy your quality of life. It almost got me a couple times, I can tell you. You got to change your number, never give it to anyone else, and go forward. Susan, Prius is a great choice. I met 2 people so far living full-time, great in their Prius, and it's easier. Yeah, the only downside, in my opinion, of a Prius is low ground clearance. Low ground clearance. That would be the biggest thing, low ground clearance, and I don't like sitting low to the ground. So it's got, but then they do have sunroof. You got to get a Touring 4 though. You got to get up above 25,000 if you want the sunroof. I got to have a sunroof. Little lamp. Have you done cycling? No, not really. I used to ride a bike when I was really trying to shed weight and I was going extreme fitness. I bought a bike, like a mountain bike, and I would go biking every day after my walk. But right now I'm just coasting because I'm not trying to lose. I'm not trying to gain. I'm just trying to maintain where I'm at. I'm at peace. I'm content. I'm in a healthy zone. So I may do biking as I get older because as I get older, I feel my knees get a little bit more weaker as I go on longer walks. So, but cycling, and not like cycling, I would call more biking because I don't like the cycling with the small wheels. I like the bigger mountain bikes. I may do that because it's a little bit less wear and tear on your knees, and you have to be mindful of that as you get older. L12FL. Hey Sam, what's your go-to Starbucks drink? It's the same one every time. It's a small pike hot coffee with cold soy milk on the side and a large ice water. Every time I come, that's all I get. I get nothing different. Richard, help me. What celebrity does he look like? Some people say a lot of different people. It all depends where I'm at. Trent. Hey Sam, good. Trent, what's up, brother? Got to see you down here, man. Trent, good to see you. A lot of Canadians, not many Canadians down here yet. Canadians will start to get down here probably till about October, November. Hey, but you're basically a full-timer now. Hey Sam, good to see you in the sunny state of Florida. It's magical, brother. You know that. Wishing you all the best. Thank you. Trent has been a positive brother. I met a lot of positive people from Canada. Great people, man. I mean, Canada's, they're basically like, part of the United States, in my opinion. Not that it matters where you're from as far as what country, because at the end of the day, we're all the human race. But, I met a lot of people that are into traveling that are from Canada. So it's like a cultural thing to travel, to be a snowbird. So it's pretty cool. It's been pretty interesting. I didn't realize how connected we were. And Trent will tell you, there's a lot of roots For Canadian people in southern Florida, I don't know all the history, but Trent broke it down for me one day, and I remember looking online. There's a lot of roots uh, that Canadian people have to South Florida. Kasana, do you get a chance to check out Jordan Patterson? Peterson, no, I didn't, but keep asking me and keep bringing that up because I will. The more you're persistent with me, the more it sticks in my mind, and I will check it out. Thank you for bringing it up again. Chug-a-lug Doug, what's up, man? I like that name. Do you think a Ford Focus is a good to look? Yeah, definitely, no doubt. I think anything other than a two-seater, you're a go. It's just a matter of what you have to do is you have to put the the front passenger seat all the way forward, and then level that out so you can fully, lay down if you were like a 6'5" or whatever you are, and that's it. Definitely not a problem. Richard, help me, folks. Uh-oh, something's gonna get crazy. Michael, no. Tribal, what's up, man? Hey, Sam. A long-time lurker of the channel. Good to see you, man. And finally caught a live stream. Well, it was good to have you, man. Thank you. I watch you every day. You inspire me. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Follow the Nomad Life. Thank you, man. Love and respect you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Tribal. I appreciate that. Trent, October, bro. I can't wait to see you, man. Sunglass face emoji. Juan, thanks, Sam. Take care. Sunglass face emoji and the magical island emoji. Thank you. L12FL. Do you have a favorite restaurant in South Florida? No, I don't, because I don't eat out. Publix. That's what I would say my favorite restaurant is, Publix. Like I said, the first time I went to, not the first time I went, but one of the main memories I have from Florida is when I went for a friend of mine's bachelor party down in Miami. Went to Smith and Lewinsky Steakhouse. It's like a real popular one on the Miami beach. And what I found is just overpriced food. It really didn't taste that great. It really didn't taste that great. We just paid for the atmosphere. It was right on the water. It was beautiful atmosphere. It's high-end stuff. You just pay for the atmosphere. The food wasn't, but for me, I don't eat out at Publix. Publix, my favorite restaurant. Trend. It's the weather and great atmosphere. It's the environment. It makes better quality life down here. I agree with that. So much to do, or as little as you want. I agree. It's a melting pot, man. I mean, you got southern culture, northern culture. There's country land. There's city. It's a huge state with many different options. Whether you go to Orlando, Jacksonville, Tampa, Miami. I love Florida. I mean, there's so much to offer. BVT. That sunrise this morning was gold, Sam. That's a great way to put it. It was gold. It was just like, again, that's the one thing about this lifestyle is that you don't have to do it, because I know many people live this lifestyle that, they don't really, you have to put a demand on yourself to see the sunrise. I mean, there's an extra level of effort to get to there and watch it. And same thing with a sunset. But what I can tell you is it's magical. It was magical this morning. I mean, I said, I'm going to pull over and I'm going to soak in this moment. You have to stop. You have to consciously stop yourself from rushing. Even though you have nowhere to rush to, it's like, you have to stop yourself. That takes a discipline. It takes a mindfulness. It takes a consciousness. And so be mindful of that. L12FL, true. Public slugs are awesome. Yeah, they are. They're great. I love it. Salem John, what's up, Salem John? I saw a lot of boats today, John. A lot of boats. Good evening, Sam. Hope all is well. Good evening to you. Living the dream here. Pushing for good. Be South soon. Good. John, I've been thinking about you. I know it gets nervous and scary as you get close to something you want and you want to throw up on yourself. But what I can tell you is push forward. How do you handle a big journey? One step at a time, and you take breaks along the way. One step at a time, and you take breaks along the way. So you got a long trip behind you as far as sailing from New Jersey to Florida. Take it in small steps, small breaks, stop, and just push forward. You're going to be scared, but just push forward. The community I was looking at today for RV lots, there was actually, one was in a marina, and if you buy the RV lot, and if you pay $1,600 a year, you get your own boat slip on the water. So that's not bad for $1,600 a year for your own boat slip. That's a pretty good deal. Tribal. Have you considered a mini cargo van such as the Nissan NV200 or Ford Transit? Yes, I have. I did videos on them. I have. that would be on my list, and I would lean more towards the Ford Transit, even though they're a little bit more expensive. Just the visual inspires me more. I have looked at them. That would be an option. I would agree. I just don't like the two things I don't like about it. It doesn't drive. I used to have a Ford E250 cargo van when I had my own electrical contracting business, and I know how that drives. It doesn't drive like a car. It doesn't drive like an SUV. It's a rough drive. It's not enjoyable. I enjoy driving. But the Transit, the Connect, the smaller one, it's a nice, decent drive. It's not like driving a big cargo van, but it's not an SUV. It's not a car. So you lose a little bit out on the drive, and there's no sunroof. I'd have to get a custom sunroof. I know that sounds stupid to some people, but I need that vitamin D. Part of my enjoyment of life, part of my quality of life is driving down the coastal highways with my sunroof down, my windows down, listening to Sade, and reflecting on life. Some people can't get that, but for me, that's quality of life. You know what I mean? But I thought, Louis Kasana, have you ever visited the UK? No, I haven't. I don't have any desire to. Just like I don't have any desire to go anywhere else. I don't have a desire to go west in the United States of America. I don't have a desire to go to California. I don't have a desire to go anywhere else right now. I just want to be in Florida. So, but that's just me. But love and respect to the UK. Linda, the Bubble Room on Captivia Island has the best orange Coke and cool stuff to look at. Love it there. I never heard of that. That's good. Kevin, what's up, Kevin? I once sold an alpaca for. Okay, well, I'm not mad at you. I understand. Janice, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, yes. Sean, toxic people are bad. I totally agree with that. But usually easy to spot. Yeah, I just spotted one. Some people will seem positive, but suck you into their media. This is a great comment. I want to read this one again. Sean says, toxic people are bad, but usually easy to spot. Powerful here. I hope you guys are reading this with me. Some people will seem positive. Oh, this is so powerful. But suck you into the life of mediocrity and quiet. Man, this should be a book, man. Desperation. I'm going to have to screenshot this. That's worse because it kills your potential and spirit. Man, somebody give Sean a fire emoji, man. Oh, Sean, you just shut it down. Sean, you just shut it down, man. Great job. Great job. Ghosty. Ghosty, I like that name. Sam Smiley Face. Good to see you. I like the, like Purple Cat. That's magical. Kasana, who is your favorite person in life? I would say my mother. If I had to pick one, my mother has been a blessing in my life. She's not perfect. I've seen her imperfection. I'm not perfect. But in this world, if I had to choose one of my favorite people, for my mother, for what she's done for me, and freedom she gives me to be me, I would have to say my mother. Susan, Publix is moving into North Carolina. Phew, I'm telling you, it's magical. Milano, Publix is by far the best supermarket, definitely. Always stocked, yes, and they got baggers, and they ask, like, can they bring stuff to your car for you? With everything fresh and clean, store, laugh out loud. Yeah, hey, look, Publix is where it's at. I totally agree. Daddy Geek, hey, Sam, love you, brother, love you too, sister. And sorry about that, I said thank you, brother, before, but I didn't look at your profile picture. I just saw the name Daddy Geek, so I thought you were a guy. I'm sorry about that, but then I looked and I felt bad. But love and respect to you, beautiful. Dada, your sister's finally, you leave that, okay. That's right, Sam. Mine pops up and opens. Gotta see the skies, yeah. I need a sunroof. For me, I need to have vitamin D. Zelda! And then she gave, the head explode emoji. That's right. Sean gave himself the fire emoji. Oh no, Brother John gave him the fire emoji. Good job, Brother John, thank you. Let's end on that note, because I think Sean shut it down. I think Brother John showed you a lot of love. I think everybody did a great job. Thank you for joining me at Starbucks. Thank you for everyone for their support. I know there's always going to be some negativity out there, but I acknowledge the 90% positive. And I hope in some way I'm able to inspire you, but ultimately be yourself, think for yourself, and just enjoy your life. Go after what you want, one step at a time, one day at a time. If you fall, you get back up. If you fall, you get back up. Grace of God be with you. Stay positive. And Karen, I love you, and I appreciate everything you've done for me. I always think about you. Never forget that. Love to you. Love to your entire household. Peace and blessings to you, Karen. Love you. Janice, I love you too. I'm going to see everyone very soon from the magical state of Florida.